Some fall dresses can age you faster than time itself, and the shock only comes when you look back at photos. Under soft store lighting, they might seem chic, but in daylight or at a dinner gathering, the truth appears. What you thought was elegant can suddenly look heavy, sloppy, or strangely outdated. Chances are you've worn at least one of these styles in the last year. Maybe it felt cozy, maybe the fabric seemed perfect for chilly weather, or maybe the salesperson swore it looked sophisticated layered under a coat. But here's the reality. Certain fall dresses are silent saboteurs of style. They don't honor your figure. They weigh you down. They drain presence from your posture, your expression, and your movement. And if you're over 50, your wardrobe must work harder in fall than in any other season. Cooler months add bulk through fabrics and layers, so clarity in design matters even more. You want warmth and comfort, but without sacrificing the sharpness that defines elegance. So let's clear the clutter and get to the truth. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 fall dress styles elegant women should avoid at all costs, and more importantly, what to wear instead. These insights aren't just fashion opinions. They're grounded in design principles, visual psychology, and over a decade of observing what truly flatters a mature woman's frame. Because real elegance isn't about chasing youth or drowning in layers. It's about dressing with intention, shaping a silhouette that reflects calm, confidence, and authority. True style in fall means warmth without weight, presence without noise. Dress number 7, puffy sleeves. This is one of those style details that seems romantic, playful, or even youthful until you look in the mirror and realize you've lost your shape. Puffy sleeves are a trap, especially after 50. Let's break it down. Puffed sleeves add volume to your upper body, especially around the shoulders and upper arms, areas many women are already trying to slim or de-emphasize. But these sleeves do the opposite. They exaggerate, they balloon, and they often look cartoonish. Worst of all, they pull attention away from your face and your posture, which should be the focal points of elegant dressing. They might work on a teenager at a summer festival, but on a grown woman with taste and life experience, they send mixed signals, playful but confused, trendy but not refined. Why they're a problem? They interrupt the natural silhouette of your upper body. They make you look shorter and wider, especially if you're petite or have sloped shoulders. They compete with accessories like earrings, necklaces, or scarves. They tend to sag or lose structure after washing, becoming limp and sloppy. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a truly elegant woman walking into a dinner party in massive puff sleeves? Not on the red carpet, not at the Met Gala, not anywhere that says poise. What works better? Instead of big, puffy drama on the shoulders, opt for structured simplicity. 3/4 sleeves create length and balance. Tailored short sleeves that follow the curve of the arm feel light, breathable, and sharp. Kimono or dolman sleeves give movement without bulk. Slight flutter sleeves offer femininity without volume. The goal isn't to hide your arms, it's to frame them elegantly. Let your sleeves support the rest of your outfit, not steal attention from it. If you're drawn to sleeves with detail, look for architectural precision, not fluff. Think pleats, seams, or subtle ruching that adds interest without chaos. Personal tip: if you absolutely love puff sleeves, downsize the puff. Choose tops where the puff is subtle and starts lower on the arm, or keep the sleeve puff but balance it with a sleek, fitted torso and minimal accessories. In fashion, proportion is power. Bottom line, puffy sleeves are a leftover fantasy from youthful fashion. But elegant women don't dress to look like memories of who they were. They dress to express who they are now, calm, confident, and beautifully defined. Don't let your sleeves speak louder than you do. Dress number 6, shapeless sweater dresses. At first glance, these cozy fall knits seem inviting. They look warm, effortless, and perfect for cooler weather. But try one on and you'll see the problem. Shapeless sweater dresses swallow your figure instead of flattering it. What was meant to be easy comfort often turns into bulk and heaviness, especially after 50. Let's break it down. Without a defined waist, clear shoulder line, or gentle contour, these dresses hang like a blanket. Instead of creating length and presence, they erase posture and energy. The result is not effortless chic, but tired minimalism that feels unfinished. A dress that was supposed to frame you ends up hiding you. Why they're a problem? They flatten the figure, making even confident stances look slouched. They create a sloppy impression, no matter how expensive the label. They stretch, sag, or wrinkle quickly, especially cheap acrylic blends. They pair poorly with fall shoes like flat boots, sliding into loungewear territory. And think honestly, when was the last time you saw an elegant woman step into a dinner party or gallery in what looked like an oversized nightgown? Cozy does not have to mean careless. What works better? Opt for knitwear with shape and intention. Ribbed sweater dresses that guide the eye vertically. Belted knits in the same shade for subtle definition. Wrap dresses in pont or heavier jersey that move yet hold structure. Midi lengths in wool blends that drape smoothly instead of sagging. Add layers with purpose. Structured blazers or long-line cardigans that elevate a simple dress into something polished. Personal tip: if you love knit dresses but dislike tightness, add accessories or layers that define shape. A slim belt, a scarf that draws the eye downward, or a tailored jacket can transform bulk into balance. Even the smallest framing detail creates presence. Bottom line: shapeless sweater dresses may feel warm, but they rob you of clarity and structure. Elegance in fall is about pairing softness with shape so your clothes highlight you, not hide you. Dress number 5, bulky waist details. In fall, the waistline becomes even trickier to dress well. Many women turn to sweater dresses with thick belts, knit dresses with oversized ties, or heavier fabrics gathered at the midsection in an effort to add interest or cover up. But the reality is the opposite. These bulky waist details don't flatter, they erase. Instead of guiding the eye and shaping your frame, they add unnecessary clutter right where balance matters most. Let's break it down. When a waist is overloaded with heavy belts, chunky pleats, or big fabric knots, your silhouette loses its flow. The eye doesn't know where to land, and the torso looks compressed. Thick elastic bands create fabric rolls, oversized bows or peplums stack fabric across the stomach, and exaggerated ruching turns what should be smooth into bulk. The result is distraction, not elegance. Why they're a problem? They throw off proportion by placing belts too high or too low. They create horizontal folds that widen the body instead of lengthening it. They shift and move while you sit or walk, leaving awkward bulges. They compete with layers like coats or cardigans, doubling the heaviness. And think about it. When was the last time you saw an elegant woman at a fall dinner or theater night fussing with a giant belt or bow around her middle? True refinement never relies on gimmicks. What works better? Aim for waist definition that frames without overwhelming. Clean seam lines at the natural waist. Subtle darts or princess seams that lengthen the torso. A-line cuts that skim without clinging. Wrap dresses that tie softly for controlled shape. Belts in matching tones that add contour without breaking flow. Pairing a defined waist with fluid fabric on the skirt elongates the body and creates graceful movement. Personal tip: if you feel uncomfortable highlighting your waist, try optical framing. Dresses with vertical color panels, contrast piping, or side pleats suggest shape without forcing it. This trick is especially powerful under fall lighting or in photos where clarity of line matters most. Bottom line: bulky waist details may look dramatic on the hanger, but in practice they add weight and noise. Elegance in fall comes from restraint, removing excess so your natural shape can speak clearly. The most powerful statement is often the simplest line. Dress number 4, loud prints. Fall fashion often tempts women with oversized florals, bold plaids, or chaotic abstract patterns in deep colors. The idea is that these prints add energy, hide problem areas, or bring seasonal cheer. But in reality, loud prints overwhelm your shape and fight with your natural presence. They shout instead of speak, and after 50, that noise drowns out elegance. Let's break it down. Bold patterns draw attention away from your face and posture, the two features that should define an elegant outfit. They compete with your hair color, skin tone, and accessories, creating clutter instead of cohesion. Worse, loud prints rarely age well. What feels trendy this year looks dated the next. And while they may seem fun, they often read as accidental, like you grabbed whatever caught your eye instead of dressing with intention. Why they're a problem? They dominate your features, making your face disappear. They create visual noise that hides silhouette and tailoring. They clash with coats, scarves, and jewelry, especially in fall when layering is essential. They age quickly, leaving you with a dress that looks outdated in one season. Ask yourself honestly, when was the last time you saw a truly elegant woman at a fall dinner, gallery event, or evening gathering wearing a chaotic print? It doesn't project refinement, projects distraction. What works better? Controlled prints that frame rather than consume, monochromatic patterns that use texture instead of color for interest, subtle plaids, houndstooth, or vertical stripes that elongate the body, geometric shapes in muted jewel tones that add personality without stealing presence, color block designs that highlight structure and silhouette. And if you love color, use it strategically. A jewel-toned scarf, a bold handbag, or a pair of statement shoes against a clean dress canvas. Personal tip: test your prints with the mirror trick. Stand 3 feet away and squint slightly. If the print still dominates and your face disappears, it's too loud. Fall elegance is about balance. Let your outfit support you, not silence you. Bottom line: loud prints don't flatter maturity. They disguise intention and dilute presence. Choose prints that complement rather than compete, and let your elegance speak louder than your clothing. Dress number 3, Bodycon dresses. Tight dresses might feel like confidence in fabric form, but in fall they become even less forgiving. Heavy knits, ribbed fabrics, or clingy synthetics hug every curve, every line, and every shift in posture. Instead of celebrating your shape, Bodycon styles spotlight the very areas most women over 50 prefer to soften. They're restrictive, uncomfortable, and they demand constant adjusting, hardly the hallmarks of elegance. Let's break it down. Bodycon dresses emphasize belly softness or love handles, flatten the bust unnaturally, and restrict movement so that you look stiff. They reveal underwear lines no matter what shapewear you choose. In fall, when fabrics are thicker and layering is common, the effect is doubled. Under coats or jackets, the tight silhouette collapses, and the contrast makes the bodycon look cheap rather than sleek. Why they're a problem? They highlight natural shifts in body shape caused by age and posture. They restrict movement, making you appear uncomfortable and tense. They cling to undergarments, showing every line beneath. They collapse under outerwear, destroying the intended sleek silhouette. And think about it, how many elegant women have you seen at fall gatherings adjusting their hemline every few minutes or tugging at fabric as they sit? True style never looks anxious. What works better? Choose dresses that combine structure with ease. Fit and flare styles skim gracefully without squeezing. Bias cut dresses follow curves naturally and move fluidly. Wrap dresses flatter every figure and give the waist gentle definition. Sheath dresses in heavier fabrics offer shape without suffocation, especially when paired with a tailored blazer. Vertical seams or side panels contour your frame without compression, adding refinement instead of restriction. Personal tip: if you still love the idea of sleekness, try a sleeveless sheath dress in pont or crepe layered under a blazer or cardigan. It creates the illusion of precision and polish while letting you breathe, move, and enjoy the evening without constant fidgeting. Bottom line: bodycon dresses promise allure but deliver discomfort. Elegance in fall thrives on movement, proportion, and presence. Choose cuts that let you express confidence naturally, without the costume of constriction. Dress number 2, mini dresses. Short hemlines often promise youthfulness, but in fall they cross into risky territory. Mini dresses cut the leg at its widest point, overexpose the knees, and disrupt balance with heavier seasonal footwear like boots. Instead of reading playful, they often feel mismatched, even desperate. And while there is no strict age limit for showing skin, after 50 it's not about how much leg you show, It's about the message it sends. Let's break it down. Mini dresses shorten your silhouette, making you look stumpier rather than taller. They draw attention to the knees, which many women prefer to keep subtle as skin tone and texture change. Movement also becomes awkward. You spend more time tugging at the hem than enjoying yourself. Paired with structured handbags or refined accessories, the look feels unbalanced, as though the dress belongs to a different season of life. Why they're a problem? They cut off the leg line, reducing elegance instead of elongating it. They overexpose the knees, highlighting an area many feel insecure about. They limit graceful movement. Sitting, bending, or walking becomes self-conscious. They clash with fall accessories like tall boots, coats, or heavier bags. And truly, when was the last time you saw an elegant woman at a fall dinner or theater event fussing over a hemline that barely covers? Elegance doesn't beg for attention. It holds it effortlessly. What works better? Midi dresses that hit just below the knee, elongating the line while offering grace. Asymmetrical hemlines that reveal legs subtly and create fluid movement. High-low cuts that keep modesty in the front but playfulness in the back. Slit dresses that show skin only in motion, maintaining polish when still. In fall, longer lengths also pair beautifully with boots and outerwear, creating balance rather than competition. Personal tip: if you're tempted by shorter hemlines, offset them with coverage elsewhere. A longer sleeve, higher neckline, or opaque tights can restore balance. The key isn't restriction, it's harmony. Bottom line, mini dresses aren't elegance, they're distraction. In fall, when style is about layering, warmth, and proportion, hemlines that flatter are always better than those that shout. Elegance is intrigue, not exposure. Dress number 1, wrong fabrics. In fall, fabric becomes the foundation of elegance. The season demands warmth and weight, but choosing the wrong material can undo even the most carefully selected dress. Cheap synthetics, clingy knits, or shiny polyester blends may seem practical, but they distort your silhouette, trap heat, and cheapen your look. A poor fabric choice makes even an expensive design appear careless. Let's break it down. Thin fabrics cling to undergarments and highlight areas you'd prefer to smooth. Thick, stiff materials add bulk and restrict movement. Shiny synthetics reflect harsh light, emphasizing skin texture and creating glare under indoor lamps. Overly synthetic blends don't breathe, leaving you overheated when layered under coats. The result isn't sophistication, it's discomfort and distraction. Why they're a problem? Too thin and clingy. They show every line and crease. Too thick, they stack weight and erase movement. Too shiny, they draw the eye to texture instead of elegance. Too stiff, they make the body look boxy and rigid. Too synthetic, they trap heat and make layering unbearable. Ask yourself, when was the last time a clingy acrylic knit or shiny polyester dress made you feel polished in fall? The answer is almost never. What works better? Select natural or high-quality fibers that age gracefully. Cotton, wool blends, cashmere, silk, and pont knits offer warmth and drape. Structured fabrics hold shape without rigidity. Matte finishes smooth the line of your silhouette, while double linings prevent transparency and cling. A heavy crepe midi, a pont wrap, or a lined knit sheath feels refined and seasonal without effort. Personal tip: when shopping, run your hand along the fabric. If it wrinkles instantly, clings to your skin, or rustles loudly, put it back. A quality lining or thicker weave can completely change how a dress looks and moves. Fabrics should support your presence, not compete with it. Bottom line, fall elegance begins with fabric. The wrong choice fights your body and erases polish, while the right fabric elevates even the simplest design. A well-chosen textile carries your look through the season with confidence, warmth, and quiet authority. Now you've seen the 7 fall dresses that sabotage elegance after 50. These styles may look tempting on the hanger, they may even feel cozy or playful in the moment, but each one chips away at presence, balance, and refinement. And fall is the season when clothes carry extra weight, literally. Fabrics grow thicker, layering becomes essential, and every design detail is magnified. That's why being intentional matters more than ever. This isn't about following rules, it's about awareness. The more mindful you are about what you wear, the more power you have to frame how the world sees you and how you see yourself. Elegance doesn't come from chasing trends or clinging to pieces that no longer serve you. It comes from clarity, proportion, and the courage to let go of styles that fight your body instead of flattering it. So before your next shopping trip or closet clean-out, ask yourself, is this dress elevating me or erasing me? Does it support my presence or distract from it? And most importantly, would I still wear it if nobody complimented me? Let me know in the comments which of these 7 fall dress mistakes have been hiding in your closet. Did any of them surprise you? And if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. Not for the algorithm, for your wardrobe, because elegance is not an accident, it's a decision.